OR token is not a security. The OR token is not a stock. It is a video game token and is used for in-game purchases in OR-supported websites, video games, and the ORForge NFT marketplace. No ownership guarantees a percentage of any ownership of OR Systems Inc., any video games, content, media productions, or other, until options are extended. OR Systems Inc. is a privately owned and operated organization that utilizes blockchain technologies and provides real-world value to the intrinsic video game currency. As such, please ensure you approach the OR token at your own discretion. No one involved in this video is a financial advisor.
What's up?
Hello, everybody. What's going on?
What's going on, Warriors?
How's
How you doing today, guys?
I'm hanging in
What's
there.
up, Jimmy? What's up, Eric?
How you guys doing?
I'm hanging in there, man. And thank you all to everyone watching now and who will be watching later, to the billions and billions served. Just saying.
Just
thank
like
you
McDonald's.
for your time. Ooh, we're better, man. We're better. We're healthier. We're healthier than McDonald's, man. Shoot. I'll take us over a quarter pounder with cheese, large fries, and a Diet Coke any day.
I don't know about that.
Those frosty machines always are broken anyway.
Always.
We have got a great show for you all today. We have Chas Sampson of 7 Principles, a vet. So not only will we have a vet, Chas Sampson, on, we may have a couple of our own vets to help me speak to Chas, because I want to make sure they're all linked up. Again, grateful for what they've done for us, for our country. So why not have them all chat on the Warrior Hour? What do you say? What do you think about that? The three of us may take a step back and just add some commentary.
Yeah.
But
I don't think we can relate in that way. But
I can't. I know they can. There's some sort of brotherhood. There's a family there.
All respect, though.
All respect. Get it?
Hey,
Hey, you get it? That's why I'm wearing it. Respect, the stars, the stripe. There's a couple flags here. I don't know. Anyway, so, man. Oh, what's going on, guys? It's been a crazy week.
I got to ask, Armando, what's going on with your background? That's pretty cool.
Oh, I don't know. I might be signaling something about a drop from the air sometime.
Whatever do you mean, Armando?
I don't know.
Drops don't come from the ground.
If there were more people watching, maybe we'd do some airdrops. Apparently, that's the thing you do. Oh well, we've already got some. Oh, hey, from our very own Nick, we got $20. Ooh, we're going to Sizzler. That's where we're going with that $20. So it's not going to your computer.
Woot.
It's not going to your computer, Jimmy. It's going to our Sizzler. I'm getting those Dino Nuggets from Sizzler.
Dino Nuggets.
I'm getting those.
Wow.
Just saying, man. Anyway, but yeah, so got a couple things going on at the OR system.
Couple 2-3.
Couple things. Maybe I think we're getting into the play to earn realm for OP and some of our other games. The community asks, and we're trying to fulfill. Right? What do you guys think about that? Would you do a little bit more play to earn stuff for OP? Ho. Just saying, and man, I'm excited about that, man, because I don't know if I might be careful when I do that, because I'm not as good as I thought. I guess I was only good when Eric was playing, which kind of sucked.
Eric didn't fix his camera either, I noticed.
Oh, jeez. He's just a tiny head. That's fine.
Just a tiny little head sitting there.
Oh, and also, hey, play to learn to earn.
Or play to learn.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's
You got
pretty cool.
play to earn and learn to earn. So, just like some of the other crypto, what do you call them? Crypto wallet places, like the big ones. When you watch a video, you might earn a little
Like
token.
exchanges?
Like thank you. Those exchanges, I won't say their name because I don't want to plug them. But on us, if you watch a video, you might earn some credits to buy some ore. What? Because you learn to earn, right?
Sounds good though.
Crazy.
I like
right?
money and I like learning.
Why not? Why not? Why not? And again, couple of updates from I don't know if you can see it, but I'm just hinting at some potential airdrops. Just saying. I mean, I was just given a little taste from our CEO that's up and coming. So I'm gonna spill the beans to you guys.
NFT?
Hey, I don't know. All I know is that this NFT or whatever airdrop is coming. So just be on the lookout for that. That's that's coming down the pipe. Not too long for now. We got some content upgrades on the Forge, right? Streaming movies and music, right? You could do that now. Now you could start to stream apps. It's getting there. It's getting there. Stream apps, Netflix, Hulu. I know we kind of mentioned it, but we're getting closer and closer. Oh, and I know your boy Eric, Jimmy, your boy Eric, because you guys are boys.
That's right.
He's lining up at least 1 or 2 AMAs per week.
He is. He's been rocking.
We're trying. We're getting out there again. We're bringing it back to the basics. AMAs, whether it's text, whether it's video, whether it's voice only. Eric's got us lined up. We already have we have one on Saturday coming up with CryptoLifer.
Let's hear about that. Let's hear about that, Eric.
Yeah, tell us a little something.
So Saturday, it's going to be Armando, Lucas, and Jonah are going to be joining CryptoLifer Saturday. I believe it's at 8 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Eastern, which is 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. Yep. So
cool. Thanks for that.
Absolutely, man. What's super cool about that too is it's not CryptoLifer does not often always have a guest, not like us where we have a guest on in every segment. The fact that we're a two-timers.
I
should say Armando is a two-time. He will be after Saturday.
2 times.
Yep.
I try to get around. I'm Mr. Worldwide.
So that's going to be a huge event. That's there's a lot of excitement built up around that. We also working with last few details on some influencers, and we have some really, really exciting ones we're going to be announcing real soon.
Ooh.
You know what's cool about that? What does take a long time to get those guys set up is there's so many different things that OR system what we have. So a lot of these guys are like, wait a minute, what is it you guys are up to? So it's kind of cool to watch them get excited and dig in a little bit more to what it is that we're doing.
Cool. All right, I can't wait to see that.
Those will be announced. Yeah, absolutely. We got some really good ones, and
cool.
I built a lot of interest around that one, man. I love
perfect influencers, airdrops, upgrades, AMAs. A lot of things happening. Ooh, and I've been involved because I'm technically the PM on some of the smart contract work that we're doing in the background. That's not the most glorious part of, because it's just all like blockchain stuff, smart contract work. It's not like video game,
right.
But hey, it helps the OR, right?
Everything.
And if it helps build the OR, if it helps the OR system, it's bringing people in onto what we're doing from that sense, from a professional services sense. Man, hey, it just helps the whole ecosystem.
Everybody should win from that.
Yep,
it's a big win. You know what else is a big win? Liking and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Smash that like button. Get the alerts, because again, we don't spam you. So every time we hit live, you are like, oh my gosh, I forgot. You shouldn't forget, because how can you forget us? I got to watch these guys. I got to learn about what's going on, because they're out there every week. They're showing their faces. They're transparent as all. Just saying, come on down, watch us. Like, subscribe, check out our websites. It's all in the description.
It's all
I don't
there.
need to say it 100 times. Just you're watching it. Check it out. Check the Telegram. I'm just gonna say this.
Ooh, here we go.
There's been some back and forth, some drama that I've seen. I read a lot. I don't post as much as I used to, but I'm reading a lot. I just want to say, if you have something that you really want to get off your chest on the Telegrams, come to the every week, the Discord channel. We call it the after party. It's not really a party. It's a discussion, right? And guess who's there? management. So if you want your voice to be heard, let's not lay it all out on the telegrams.
Yeah.
Let's not put it all out on the
Public smearing.
socials.
That's not
Yeah,
fun.
come on. What's good? What good is that really for the whole overall project?
Yep.
If you do that on the telegrams, and guess what? This new person, let's say Jack and Jill come and like, hey, I want a new project. They come into the telegram group. They're like, whoa, these guys. There's a lot of drama in this project. They're leaving because they're reading about it. They're just seeing that X is fighting with this. I don't like that color. I don't like what you're doing there. You guys suck. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for saying that out loud. Because now
it's a good thing they're not our bosses.
I know. Shoot, but hey, but you know what? If we value your opinion,
Absolutely.
come on the Discord. Come talk to us. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You can chat away and be really tough on the Telegram, but hey, we're on video. Come on down.
Yeah.
We invite you. We want to talk to you. We want to listen. We take your opinions. Gosh, give us a call. You have our number, right?
Yeah.
Come on.
The numbers out there.
Our number's out there. Our emails are out there. Jeez. When, sir, when?
Wow.
When you come on the Discord and tell us how you really feel. That's when. Some of it, I hate that. Anyway. Anyway, am I missing anything in the chats before we get started with Chas Sampson of 7 Principles? Ooh, let me put up his website real quick.
Yeah.
Again, I'm pretty impressed.
How about just everybody remember, if you're in Austin or if you're going to the University of Texas Law Essential Cybersecurity Conference, our founder, Nick, will be speaking on July 27th at the University of Texas Law Essential Cybersecurity Law Conference.
That's crazy. That's and a lot of things are going to happening. There's this thing called Consensus Austin that's happening between June 9th and 12th. That's crazy. And guess what? We got some invites to the BitMart after party on Friday night. I mean, I don't know how crazy a crypto after party can be with a bunch of nerds. Just kidding. Just kidding. My Sean Gray's my girlfriend. No, but I would love to see if Sean goes or if Lucas goes. If they got some dance moves, I hope someone takes video of it because I know they may be going. You know, that would be pretty cool. Oh no, Texas blockchain. So, hey, so again, OR system getting out there to where it matters, right? Not just the Telegram groups, not just potential pump and dumpers, but where it matters, right? And hey, BitMart after party. Let's see if we're talking to the right people. Hopefully they do a little 1-2 step, a little jig. You could see Sean doing a little jig.
Armando, we know you got moves because your old profile picture was you.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh, come on, man. Hey,
I'm Filipino. That means I have a little Spanish in me, and we know how to shake our hips. I got some moves. But anyway, oh yeah. So here's the website, 7principles.com. Ooh, I cannot wait to hear these guys speak about. I was reading the backstory on Chas, and it was pretty impressive. I am, again, I'm humbled with him being on. I feel like I feel very unaccomplished when I read about people like him. But I am just.
And actually, I was just gonna say, yeah, he's been featured everywhere.
Yeah, he's.
This is definitely no small feat.
Yes, again, very humbled for that. Hold on, let me stop sharing here. And he did accept the invite. So, yeah. Oh, here. Oh, shoot. Here he is. Let's. Before we let him in, let's make sure Jonah and Lucas come on as well.
Absolutely.
If you guys are listening, which I hope you are, we will be having Chas on very shortly before we admit him here. So let's see here. Oh, there we go. We got Lucas. All right. And I'm going to. Yeah. Hey, I know this guy. Hey, I know Jonah.
Jonah's here.
Look at this guy. I haven't seen you guys in a while. Meaning, like this afternoon.
Hey guys, both our bosses are here. Let's look busy. Everyone, start doing something. What's going on, Jonah? How are you, sir?
Not right now.
Hey, how are you, buddy?
Doing good, man. I'm excited to have you guys. It's always awesome having you guys on.
Is it?
Hey, I'm excited about our guest, man.
Yeah.
I am too. I am too.
Yes.
I'm about to click admit. You guys ready? You guys ready?
Please do. Yeah, he's done some incredible things.
All right, here we go. Mr. Chas Sampson.
Yes, sir. There you go.
The bottom portion of the screen, you'll see some bubbles.
In case you can't hear.
Click the microphone.
That always gets me.
Yeah.
Always.
I think we can see you. Can you hear us? Oh, okay.
Yep,
I think
said
he's
1
saying
second.
He said 1 second. Okay, cool.
Yep.
So Lucas and I actually, Lucas, Sean, and I, we talk about this subject actually fairly often. So this is pretty cool having Chas on.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to do a little digging into what it's all about. It's pretty incredible, man.
Yeah, I think he
There you go.
has. Yep. So yeah, we can't hear you. Hold on. I'm shooting him a note here. What meeting doesn't start with a little technical difficulty?
Hey, you guys should change the settings on your Google Meet so that you can unmute people.
It would be on. Maybe if I share my screen, he'll see it.
Yeah, share your screen.
Let me see what I could do here for you, Chas. Oh no. Okay.
Well, I'm super.
Yeah.
I hope we managed to get him on because
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a real personal subject.
Yeah, in another life, I used to do something similar for a nonprofit. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Look at you.
It's a thankless passion, helping veterans. Not everybody's is eager to help themselves. So.
Sure.
I'm sure I'll have some pointed remarks on that.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, just come out and say it, Lucas. You think vets are lazy?
Hey.
Some of them.
There's Sean.
Hey, Sean. How are you, Sean?
Sean, you are also muted.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
There he is.
In honor of our veterans episode here.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
There's Chas.
There he is.
Here goes
No,
Chas.
he's still muted.
All right,
now
you
he's
guys
not.
hear me?
Attaboy.
Yes, sir.
How are you, sir?
Yeah. I just sent him a note
Our
too.
systems are very protected. We have a lot of data we protect, so
Sure.
I had to shut down to actually allow the computer to have access to the microphone and stuff. So
No problem.
yeah.
No problem.
How you guys doing? Seem pretty
Great,
well?
man. How are
Great.
you?
Yes, sir.
Good.
It's really great to meet you. Absolutely.
Likewise.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time to come evangelize on the show and talk about some of the things that you do.
Yeah.
If you wouldn't mind, like just telling everybody a little bit about your background, like what you did in the military, what you liked about it, what ended up kind of like helping you decide to transition into a different enterprise.
Yeah, sure. So I did 5 years in the United States Army. I was a 92 Foxtrot, which is petroleum. The military is probably one of the best assets I've ever could have invested in. I invested in pretty early. I was 19 years old when I joined. I left when I was about 24, 25 time frame. And to be frank, I'm from North Carolina. I'm from Fayetteville, North Carolina. So I grew up watching, the 82nd Airborne jump out of planes. And when I was a kid, I said I want to do that kind of shit. So that's what led it all to where we are now. And I actually joined and I got out the military. I my background is finance, and so it just became more of a financially more rewarding thing for me to leave the military in regards to time value of money and how much time I was spending deployed and things of that nature. So I ended up leaving the military, and I started my journey in the federal government. And from there, it led me to run this organization now, and here we are. So
that's great. Yeah, I noticed your the time frame that you served, and I noticed that you're an Iraq war vet. That was not a pleasant time to be over there in Iraq during that 2007, 2008, 2009. There's a hot period to get that stuff going.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I wasn't nearly as smart as you, though. I lived in Fayetteville for almost 22 years, so I wasn't born there. But I used to tell the people I got there as fast as I could. I tell those people that in Texas now too. It's the same lie, actually.
I mean, Fayetteville is a very unique city. It has a lot of not so great things as well as great things. We have a deep relationship with Fort Bragg and a lot of the elected officials in the city. So I ran for mayor actually in Spring Lake. So Sean, when you spent 22 years, I'm sure you've been through Spring Lake or at least been around it. Excuse my lawyers in my office. We're working, so you may hear some movement in the background. But yeah, Fayetteville is a very unique area. We have a lot of relationships down there. I ran for mayor in Spring Lake, and I've been involved politically down there for quite some time. And I don't live there anymore. I live here in Virginia Beach, but it's definitely Fayetteville's a very unique market for us.
Seems like everybody makes their way to Virginia Beach from from North Carolina over the course of time. I know probably 10, 15 folks out there doing the same thing. It's really neat that the communities migrate that way.
It's the fishing. That's all. That's a real secret. It's good fishing.
Lucas has actually been involved in nonprofits, and I'm currently on the board of a nonprofit that benefits SOCOM people. You being in the finance industry, give us your thoughts on kind of today's smash down on crypto and stocks, and in particular crypto, if you're interested in that type of thing.
Yeah, I don't have much holding in crypto. I bought some, and this is new for me. I'm probably more of a more conservative investor, so to speak. I deal with blue chips, and I have a lot of holdings in real estate. So crypto has actually been something very new for me over the last year. I do have some holdings in, I think it's Shiba Inu, and I have a little bit of Ethereum and a couple others. But for me, to be frank with you, I don't have a lot of insight on the crypto space. It's something I'm, rather new at trying out. I'm just kind of following the trend. So you guys are far more experts than I would be in that particular field. It's rather new for me. And like I said, I'm much more of a conservative, relaxed investor. I'm somewhat passive in nature. I tend to focus on, investing back into the organization and things that we are involved in, such as real estate. So I'm a little blind to some of the new, investments out there, such as crypto. So excuse my ignorance.
No worries at all. Interesting enough, the real estate market is going to eventually probably stumble its way into crypto for fractional holdings and things of that nature. So it's good that you're getting exposure early.
Yeah, you're right, Lucas. I was talking with a colleague, and he was saying, "Hey, dude, you got a lot of real estate. If you're not looking at some ways to leverage that through crypto, you're missing out in the future." So that's what made me smart enough and say, "Well, let me look at ways I can diversify here and also be ahead of the game when it does happen." So yeah, you're right.
And you can call on us anytime, man. We're happy to help educate. We're not financial advisors, but we can teach you the basics of crypto, and we'll introduce you to the OR token and get you playing Osiris protocol.
Yeah, I'd be interested. My publicist sent me guys' website today. I was like, oh, okay, because I have a lot of interviews. I show up on a lot of shows, and I'm on TV about twice a month. So I oftentimes I walk into interviews, not always blind, but somewhat not so prepared. And he said, hey, this is their information. Take a look. And I said, oh, these guys went to crypto. That's really cool. So yeah, I started exploring your website. Website is really dope, by the way.
Thanks.
Hey, right on.
You're probably one of the few people who thinks that.
We do appreciate that. Hey, I'll tell y'all what I'm interested in, if I can jump in.
Please.
Chas, do you mind? So Armando showed us one of your sites here. And I'm real interested to hear about that work that you're doing for the veterans out there. Me in particular, right? Because I'm selfish, self-centered.
Sure. Yeah. So I guess I give you the higher level of what we look at things, and then of course the minute, what the consumer, what we inform the consumer of what we do. I guess higher level would be one. We are former Raiders. We're actually still working tonight, so I'm in the office with my colleague who's also from a Raider like myself. We both worked in the Washington D.C. office as well as our attorney as well, and we sit and scratch out cases. So from a higher level, what we do is we provide a service where we do all the brain work of the VA claims process. This is a very complicated process. There's a lot of red tape. There's a lot of complexities. While we were in the federal government, I was thinking to myself, there are so many veterans that are underserved with this process. If there's any way I can do this and take care of other veterans, I would. So the first year in business, which was back in 2014, we actually did cases for free, just to showcase exactly how strong we are at this type of work and how we can get results in a very short amount of time. And what ended up happening is veterans across the world, as veterans, we're a very small niche community. We tell our fellow brothers and sisters of exactly what we're doing and how we're doing it. And other veterans learned of what we were doing, and it became a larger business. To be frank, I never envisioned the business to become this large. This was supposed to be, at least at its infancy, designed to be what one would say to be a side hustle. And it was something I was doing as with people I was working at the Pentagon with and at the VA and other agencies. And that's what it started off as. But word quickly spread, and I quickly needed some help. So I had to make some hiring decisions and stuff like that. And that's how we became pretty large. So macro level, we take a very complicated process and we've made a streamlined process internally to make it very simple for the veteran. And we look for ways to ensure that they are, one, receiving all their money. And if they're not, we find ways to, of course, increase their disability or appeal their cases if we need to. We have a team of private doctors, lawyers, former VA Raiders like myself and others that work here in the firm, other veterans that understand the process. And everybody has their, like the company, we have departments, everyone has their role. From a very minute standpoint of what it means for the veteran, we have a number of veterans that communicate with us about how complicated things have been for them. They've been trying for years to get disability claims processed, and they are now finally in a position where we can do it for them. We do come at a fee. We do come at a cost. Veterans do have the right to seek free services or to seek other services elsewhere, but there's a reason why we've been in business for almost a decade and why we have been successful in this particular industry. So I hope that answers the question, but from a micro standpoint, that's exactly our mission, what we accomplished today.
Impressive.
Hey, I dig it, Chaz, man.
Impressive.
Hey, keep up the good work, man. And I mean, we can't do everything for free forever, right? We got families to feed. We got to put food on the table, So my hat's off to you. I really, really appreciate what you're doing, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you. It's our passion. I will be remiss if I didn't give shout out to the team. We have an amazing team. An amazing team that love what we do and love the mission that we do for veterans every single day. So really my hats go off to the men and women that work here at the firm that really have, joined forces with myself. Obviously I started everything up and say, you know what, we want to tackle this issue. We want to do it well. And so we're entering to year 10, and it's been an amazing journey. There's been a few times I wanted to close the doors of the firm because it is a very tedious process. And it does become very nerve-wracking, but the reason why we've never closed our doors is because we could never say no to a veteran, and we get a ton of veterans. We talked about 300 veterans per day at this rate. So
wow.
We're talking to quite a few people every single day. So I'm pretty happy about, the team we've orchestrated and how people have come together with our mission, even from as high as our lawyers and doctors to as low as our account managers and folks that are answering our phone calls every day. It's really, it takes a whole village to push this mission forward. So
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's part of our evangelism is trying to get more veterans into the crypto space also. Like-minded people think like-minded. I'll never badmouth the VA. I know there's a lot of people with choice words on their tongue about the VA. And with every every government organization we know there's red tape, but good folks like you help people navigate it. And you're doing great work out there, man. We really, really appreciate you. Being in the nonprofit space myself, I know what that looks like. It is tough, tedious, hard work, man. And when you're just so frustrated as a veteran and you walk into a place that offers a service and they go, look, man, we got you. Just settle down. Let us take you by the hand and walk you through this thing. And in the end, you're going to be happy with the result. Great stuff. Really love it.
Thank you, Sean.
Cheers.
Nice. Oh, shoot. Sorry. Um, so with your time with the VA, how does that help with like traditional transitioning service members? I was fortunate enough to get to watch Sean go through his retirement about a year ahead of me, so I got to feel all his pain points, and I was extremely prepared. Like if you had the ideal situation for those who are contemplating transition, how far out do you want to like start that dialogue with them?
2 years.
Oh wow. Okay, that's a good lead time.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
2
Yeah.
years. And the reason why, so there's only one thing I need to be successful with a claim, and that's proper evidence. As long as evidence is proper, which proper is a very expanded term, it means a lot of things, at least for VA disability rating purposes. 2 years give me a lot of lead time to be able to correct whatever mistakes may be there, but also to build upon other things that are also there. You also have to look at, I speak to a lot of different publications, and I have to often give what's the difference between the military and the VA. And the difference is the military trains warfighters. We train folks to make sure we can defend our United States Constitution against all enemies, both foreign and domestic. The VA has a different mission. And so with them training warfighters, or with us being trained to be warfighters, often that time to go to sick call, that time to create documentation, it becomes a little longer. It's very difficult to get a sergeant major to go to a sick call than it is to get maybe a staff sergeant, or maybe a butter bar, or a second or third, or first or second lieutenant. So with that, we have to also consider what is the probability of them being able to go to sick call in a timely manner. Building evidence in the case is not something that's very easily done. Oftentimes, there is a miscommunication between the service member, their disability, and communicating it to a doctor. So 2 years is always a good rule of thumb. At a very minimum, I would at least want 6 months. Now, there is a program for those that are listening called BDD, that's Benefits Delivery at Discharge, where veterans or service members that are transitioning can submit their case 180 days prior to separation. We always inform clients to do at least 90 days prior. That's where it doesn't get lost in the shuffle, because it's been done so well before. But yes, 2 years, to answer your question, 2 years is a good lead time. That's where we can set up a good roadmap for the veteran, and they can understand exactly how to build their evidence in the case, especially for those that have more elements than 5 or 6.
Okay.
Chas, when you put it that way, it really makes a lot of sense, man. Because that was one of the issues that I found was that evidence process, right? So whenever I PCS from Polk to Vilsec in Germany, my medical record magically disappeared, right? And that happens, right? And had I gotten on top of it, I wouldn't have had such a issue in the end, right? Anyway, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, man.
Yeah, as a caveat to that remark, once you lose medical records, or once they're lost, then there's a process legally that we have to take to recover those records, and that process sometimes will take 4 to 6 months by itself. Typically, we use the Privacy Act 1974 to recover that data, or we would do a FOIA request. A worst case scenario, we have to get our lawyers involved to do a power of attorney to actually retrieve those records. But even oftentimes, we find hurdles dealing with the VA to get that evidence, and that's why it will lead to a 6 month, 4 month, give or take time frame, which is why 2 years is so ideal, to make sure we have the time to respond to whatever problems the veteran may be experiencing.
The very interesting part about what you said from the business that we're in the blockchain industry, is we have a product purpose built to ensure that medical records don't get lost. We have what we call the OR Black Knight Hyperledger blockchain. And so if the VA and the military would decide for once to make a good decision and put records onto the blockchain, then your job and taking care of veterans would be 10 times easier, simply because you write those auditable, immutable records to that blockchain that are easily searchable, and they're private.
Yeah.
And so we're very interested in engaging with the VA and any other space who needs that kind of technology and functionality. And from a veteran to a veteran, it's like it's something that we're passionate about doing. If we can get into the right offices and the right places in the VA and say, hey, look, we got a better solution for you than what you have right now, I think veterans organizations across the board would benefit from that, along with ultimately the veteran in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. I certainly agree. I gave you something, Sean. So back in 2015, I wrote an article that basically said that it'll become a norm for consumers and businesses to contract with each other and do business with each other while hearing babies crying in the background and dogs barking. 1 second. Shannon, can you tell those guys to be quiet while they clean up we got guys cleaning up the offices here for me. So sorry about that mess with the production. But
no worries.
But we came with the position that it would be plausible in the future for people to hear dogs barking in the background and babies crying. That's how business will be done. And people say, oh, that's crazy. It's not going to happen. I said, look, the new wave of technology is here. And when 2020 happened, we almost tripled in revenue because of that mindset, because we were already in a digital space. So I agree with you 100%. I think the start comes from having that conversation of how well we can efficiently service veterans across the world, but also how we can be able to provide a more dynamic service that is less time, but results driven. And I think that conversation is being had. I noticed different changes with ID.me. If you guys have e-benefits or va.gov accounts, ID.me is the newest, best alternative to retrieving your account. It has a lot of new functionalities such as two-step authentication and other things as well, which we've never seen from the VA. So I think that conversation has been had to a degree, but it's definitely not fully there. I think it takes some open minds on the federal level to really say, yes, this is something we should actually invest in and how we can serve some veterans. So I agree with you 100%, Sean.
You know, and ultimately, I've seen that transition in my time. I got out in 2017, but those two disparate databases, that being the DoD database for medical records and the VA database. When I went to the VA, they had 0 records from DoD. You actually still have to take them via hard copy or a digital media now, a CD, to be able to transpose those records. Imagine if all those records were written to the blockchain.
Right.
Then it would be absolutely seamless. It would be just changing your ID from one to the other through two-factor authentication, ID me. You sign out of your DoD website, you sign into your VA website, and ta-da, everything is there. Doctors and standard of care and consistency of care. I mean, I broke both of my feet multiple times, had no idea it was done until my VA physical. You know, and they're like, you broke your feet, dum-dum. Why didn't you come to the doctor? It wasn't important at the time.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and so, you know, in my brain, I was a former medic for about 14 years. So documenting people's health care, getting a doctor to sign it, put it on a medical record. If it, you know, it goes into the doctor's office at battalion where it stays, he turns it in, maybe he doesn't. That medical record is not part of your normal package. And so as a veteran, when, as you well know, when you get out, it's that chain of injury, that that repetitive documenting of injury that matters for your claim with the VA. If that was all on one chain, so when the doctor put it in, it's on the blockchain, it's written immutably, it follows you throughout your military career from beginning to end. That in my mind is, you know, one of the things that we want to deliver to our customers. And that's great talking to guys like you. So you really paint that use case out for us so that we can go talk to the right folks and go, look, man, this isn't just about us. This is about every veteran to come from here, you know, until there is no more military.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, and only, I mean, also from our standpoint, we put in about 4,000 man hours just in FOIA requests alone. Right. And so, I mean, you're talking about what kind of salaries we're paying folks in the firm to do paperwork like that. Yes. And it frustrates our clients because they're like, well, we want to get it faster. But so, yes, I'm with you, Sean. If you want to lead a revolt, follow your lead, brother, or I can lead
Absolutely.
I'm with them because it's annoying for us, man.
I love insurgencies, man. We'll call them grassroots movements instead.
There you go. Easy.
There we go.
A peaceful protest.
Exactly.
None of that. Grassroots movement. That's the way to do things. We the people.
Absolutely.
All right, super, man. I have to go take a closer look at your guys' business. And I'll be in touch with you after the fact too. You know, we got to get you into the crypto world. It's time. Because if you ain't making progress, you're being left behind, brother.
Yeah. I mean, we have a large clientele base that are into crypto. We have some clients that we're becoming a little more open in regards to some of our operational processes. We have some clients that want to open up 7 principles in their hometown communities, and they also are, you know, crypto investors, real estate investors, some to do merchant account stuff, and we've been presented with all types of opportunities. We've declined all of them, unfortunately, but it's because of just how we've structured our internal workings of the organization. But we're becoming more open to partner with other veterans doing certain things. So yeah, there's definitely a conversation to be had. At least I can provide value and get in touch with some of our own veterans that are looking for deeper insight and deeper understanding of crypto, including myself. So I love that conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. And like the guys alluded to earlier, we're getting on the learn to earn train, so to speak, to match some of our larger peers out there in the network. And you know what we're trying to do there is really just to help evangelize for crypto and educate people on it, because I was scared to death of jumping out of airplanes until I did it the first time.
Right.
Well, I was still scared to the last jump I did too, but that's because of my own ignorance. But point is, the more you know, the less fear you have, and the more you're liable to be able to capitalize on something that lots of other people in the world already know.
Absolutely.
And so crypto's still young. NFTs are even younger than that. You know, everybody thinks that you know, the blockchain is evil. It's not, man. It's not. And in fact, I think it's going to be the stabilizing force going forward for a lot of things. And so we're excited, man. Like I said, I'd love to talk to you offline anytime you or any other veteran has questions. You know, we're on all the socials. We're available. I'll give you my phone number, whatever it takes, just to make sure that we keep people interested in this. We'd love you to be interested in what we're doing, obviously, but any of the projects, we talked to several. So,
well, if I can, should I share? Yeah, I'll share it. We're developing what's called a Veterans Wealth Summit. And the Wealth Summit, it covers different aspects of financial well-being. It starts with a VA disability claim. Obviously, we're making our clients extra $2,000 or $3,000 extra per month for the rest of their life. It's a huge benefit for them, especially for those that get 100% permanent total, because now we're talking about, you know, certain incentives on personal and property taxes, especially those that own a lot of real estate.
Chapter 35, yeah.
Absolutely. Chapter 35 DEA, space available flights. I'm going on a trip to Mykonos next week. I'll be there for about 2 weeks, and most of that was covered through space safe flights. But what we're developing is something very beautiful. We used to do before COVID. We'll have 300 or 400 veterans that would show up very easily. That was with no marketing. That was just simple. I send a mass email out and people will show up. But we're doing this Veterans Wealth Summit mostly in part because what we're seeing now are veterans that are asking us about, hey, how do I invest in this? How do I invest in this? We have built so much trust with our client base to the point where whatever problem they have in life, they just present it to us first to see where they can go with the issue. And then we just tell them, we can do this, we can do that, but we can't do these things. Here's some lawyers or whatever firms that do that. So I definitely chime in with you because we want to add that investment model there. We're looking, of course, to discuss via disability claims. There's some life insurance issues as well, financial advisors, and then, of course, investment models, which crypto will be a part of that because we have a lot of veterans that ask us about crypto, but we're not in that space. So we tend to tell them this is what we practice, this is what we do very well at. Everything else is out of our jurisdiction. So I love the conversation.
Hey, that's really cool, Chaz, man. Hey, guys, if you don't mind, look, I don't develop man crushes often, but man, I'm really appreciating what man.
This is the most we've heard Jonah speak in like a week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're making me blush, man.
We actually got a question for, I guess, for the for the war team. How could, and this is from a Justin Barrow even on our YouTube channel. How could layer 2 solutions help cut costs and streamline the processing of VA transactional systems? How does OR plan to add value to the VA space? Black Knight? Ooh, expand on this, please. Oh, that's something we may have to think about.
Well, I mean, that we were just discussing that, you know, and so, you know, blockchain could do a lot for the medical records tracking, right? I like to use the example of, you know, Fort Polk after Iraq. I was seeing the doc, okay, about my neck. Well, by the time I got the VILSEC, those records didn't exist, right? And so, you know, where did they go? Nobody knows. They disappeared into a vacuum, you know. But it would be super, okay, and it would save a lot of people a lot of resources. Chas can attest to that. He has already tonight. That it would save a lot of people a lot of time and energy if they could reach onto a chain and see all the changes that were made to records, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Anonymity is not a problem with blockchain, right? That's too easy. Anyway, yeah, it'd be great if we could work a contract that way.
How could we?
I guess if I can add some value to that user's question, let's take it a further step here. We all know when we're in combat, we go see the doc. We go see a 68 whiskey, a combat medic that patches us up, take care of us. But that data is never actually captured in real time and then computed to an actual STR. STR are service treatment records. What if we can provide a service through blockchain where when someone is in combat zones or even in places where it's a little bit more remote, those records still would exist. We get so many clients that we'll look at a case file, and let's say this client served from 2000 to 2014, but it deployed a few times in between that time frame. We will see gaps in evidence because they were in remote areas or they were at a rank or a certain position where they couldn't feel comfortable going to see a sick call medic. They can go off to an offshore account, or not offshore, but somewhere different outside of the military base and actually still be seen. But blockchain will still capture that data in reference to a full file. That I think would be game changing because we get a lot of Marine recon snipers, a lot of Delta Force guys, SF guys and gals, Rangers, those that go on multiple deployments in short period of time that have a lot of gaps of data in their records. And then you have your regular Army, regular Marine Corps, active duty folks that deploy to these remote locations like Fallujah, different parts of Afghanistan. They go to Syria, Djibouti, and there are no real doc there. The doc is the guy or gal that's punching your leg to make sure you can get back on the mission. That data is never captured. And so now you have a scenario where this veteran says, hey, this is what I can attest to. This is what I actually experienced. But in our end, if it's not in writing, it doesn't exist. We can't prove it. So now we have an issue where this veteran is not being properly compensated because of data from a remote location. So to add to that user's comment, thank you for that user providing that comment. But I think that should be where we should think as well, because there's a lot of potential there for a lot of clients to be served, efficiently as veterans. So.
And likewise, nowadays you got the referral system outside of the military system. It's the same as being in Fallujah.
Yep.
As far as records are concerned for the military, that one system literally could combine the VA, the DoD, remote sites, and civilian providers all into one system, so that particular asset, that being a soldier, is tracked throughout his entire life cycle, beginning to end. And I think it would make your job tons and tons easier. and really, I think it would lead to just better care overall for the soldier.
It would.
I was referred out of this system, and multiple times already, throughout my 28 years in the Army. But point being, if when I walk into the VA office and you're trying to remember the last time you sprained your ankle or whatever the case is, you can't find it in your medical records, or like you said, a 68 whiskey, somebody else documented that record, but that's still at the fire base.
Right.
That's not here right now. Actually, the military has what's called the MC4 system, which is built for medical documentation. The difference with the blockchain is, a private blockchain in particular, is it's already encrypted. And
right.
So a lot of this gets lost in the nipper sipper world where, we're on a red side computer, we got to be on a green side. Mm-hmm. Those don't touch. And so it's often a paper record. And then go try to find a scanner at a fire base.
Yeah, exactly. And that's for the guys. Yep. Right. Good luck with that one.
Yeah. I mean, it's not because people want to do wrong. It's just that it's not easy to do right.
Exactly.
So if we can make it easy to do right, people will do it. I guarantee it.
Absolutely. They sure would.
Perfect. Great comments, man. Really appreciate that. And we'll definitely stay in touch with you, because we got a lot of crazy ideas that can move the ball forward probably pretty fast.
Hey, I got some ideas out of Yin Yang, man. I'm telling you, we sit here and come with all kinds of ideas. Some that we can implement, some we can't. Some we've worked with. I definitely miss. There are certain presidents. I've been under 4 different presidents. There are certain presidencies that we certainly miss. Under the Trump administration, we had a lot of great things happening for veterans. I'm not saying that Obama or Biden have not done anything, but Trump was just. We've seen a lot of great strides for veterans. And so for those listening out there, the biggest one I can really attest to would be the student loan forgiveness for those that are 100% permanent total. And that was just an idea that myself and some other lawyers had that we thought would be great. And Trump actually listened to it and did it. And it was pretty cool. So I think honestly, having those conversations, having those really cool ideas, and finding ways to get them into the White House and get them into the halls of Congress is how we're going to really push the ball forward to make sure veterans are served adequately and efficiently.
Yes.
Absolutely. Our biggest advocate is ourselves.
That's right.
We just got to get together and lock shields and push forward like we always have. And it's, you know, a matter of, you know, just small conversations that start like this that turn into larger groups that become lobbyists on the Hill. And next thing you know, an actual change happens.
That's right. That's absolutely correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Collectively, we're a really big voting bloc. If we can unite the clans, so to speak, and start making headway with a broader audience behind you talking these same talking points, it'd really help out quite a bit.
Absolutely.
All right, perfect. Sorry, I dominated the conversation tonight, gentlemen. Apologize.
Oh, you guys are good, man. This is what we expected. That's why me and Eric and Armando have been muted.
Yep.
Yeah.
We knew you guys were going to talk.
This is too serious.
Lucas, you got anything else?
Yeah, we noticed that you were a chairman of a benevolent organization, the Partnership for Children of Cumberland County. Could you take a moment to talk through some of that? Benevolence is a big part of what we're trying to do here at our organization as well. So we'd love to extend the opportunity for you to talk about what you're doing.
Yeah, well, I'm a past chair. I was the board's vice chair for a year. And the year prior to that, I was just on the board of directors. And then the board unanimously voted me in as their chairman back in 2020, I think, or maybe it was 2019 timeframe. I know during the pandemic, I was overseeing the organization. But for me, I'm a dad first. I love being a dad. I have two beautiful daughters. My oldest is 15. My youngest is 10. So I'm definitely a girl dad. And I enjoy being a parent. It's one of the best things ever. However, I'm a strong advocate and believer that the ages of 0 years to 5 years are the most important times for a child's life. That's where they're going to develop a lot of their cognitive abilities. They're going to develop realities, so to speak. And more importantly, they develop what the world is for them and how does it look and how do they move forward in this new world that they're in. And so I found a lot of pleasure in being a part of the board. The board typically gets their funding from contributions. We also get funding from state awarded grants as well. It's a pretty well-funded organization down in Cumberland County, and they do an amazing job for the kids down there. You'd be surprised how many military families that the Partnership for Children also services as well. You have those young E4s, especially those single parents that have children. They're trying to get to PT in the morning, so having that extra subsidy is really huge. So what the partnership really does is provide developmental services for children between the ages of 0 to 5, that developmental stage age. And then more importantly, they link resources to make sure these parents have all the adequate resources they need to ensure these children are raised in the most benevolent environment as well. So it was definitely a pleasure to be on their board for 3 years. It is a humongous work order to do, but it was probably one of the most humbling boards I've ever been on, because most of the boards I sit on are more transactional in nature. Whereas, we communicate a few things, we have some ideas, we put some money for certain things, and we make things happen. It's more, adult to adult. But when you're dealing with kids and their future, it makes you start thinking a little bit better about how you're making decisions and how these decisions would impact, a community for a generation or two. So it was probably one of the best things in my career to do, because it took my mind out of the normal, I'm dealing with a adult male or female on an issue that is an adult issue that only adults will understand, to what can adults do collectively to help the next generation come forward and lead initiatives and be great people in the world. Just honestly, we want to breed good human beings, and that board just taught me a lot. Mm-hmm.
That's great, man. I'm sure everybody was the better for your participation. You seem like you got a really solid head on your shoulders, man. Really community oriented, and I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yes,
yes, sir. My pleasure.
My wife was a teacher in Cumberland County for a long time. She taught out in Rayford and then down at Benevolent Christian School. But honestly, man, and a pre-K teacher at that. So that's one of those impacts for me. My own kids being military brats went through the same school, so it's awesome, dude. When you can find resources like that for needy folks in the community, hey, man, there's no better work than that.
Yeah, and they do amazing work. Their CEO, Mary Sonnenberg, we've worked very closely for years. I mean, things such as diaper banks and community organization activities for kids. We rent out an entire the Febble, the Crown Coliseum, though events there as well. I mean, it's a really, really huge resource. And I didn't learn about the organization until at the time the current mayor asked me to serve on the board because I was, of course, getting up to run for mayor, and that's where I learned about it. And I had an option of several boards that wanted me to lead their organizations, and I chose that one. It was the best decision I ever could have made.
Yeah, a little additional perspective that you couldn't have gotten anywhere else, man. That's
right.
the neat part of that, the entire Benevolent experience.
That's correct.
It really gives you different exposure to content that you would never have access to.
That's correct. Yeah, and it's just some of the issues that you face on a state level. You'd be surprised how many state legislatures aren't very open to certain ideas about what's in the best for kids. And we try to find ways to increase teacher pay because we work with the pre-K units as well. We try to find ways to integrate teaching into these perspectives. So it was definitely a really large responsibility in regards to balancing the duality between children, the public, and more importantly, legislation. How do we get legislators on the same page to push policy topics that are in the best interest of kids in that particular county? And Sean, being in Cumberland County, you're not talking about Fairfax County, which I moved from Fairfax County to Cumberland County. It's a total different ball game. You're getting house prices, $250,000 at best, maybe 180. The median income is 30,000 a year, so it's a different mindset as well. So, trying to get people on the same page was probably one of the most difficult tasks to do, but also was very rewarding once we did come on the same page and getting things done. It will be a work in progress forever.
Oh,
but
yeah.
The part being done was amazing. So
yeah.
I was a young soldier living in a double wide trailer house in McDougall Downs with two little kids. Both of us working to pay daycare and work. Thank God for Kathy Stevenson. If you're out there listening, she owns Madeira's daycare. It's a local daycare. God bless you. You raised my children. And it's people like her too, and they're running a for-profit business. But at the end of the day, those ladies were so good, to my kids. You can't ask for better.
Right.
And if they can get some kind of support and help to keep, their work going too, man, that's awesome. I love it.
Really.
It's good stuff. Well, Chas, we really appreciate you coming on. We appreciate everything you're doing for veterans,
Yes.
From us to you. Thank you so much. Any veterans who are listening to this program, we know this wasn't real crypto oriented, but you know what? It's our show and we get to talk about what we want to.
Right.
And we like to talk about veterans issues. So bear with us. We'll get you some good news next time. Thanks again, man. Really appreciate you coming on.
Chas,
My
really
pleasure, guys. Thanks
appreciate
for
it.
having me.
Yeah. Cheers.
Yes, sir. My
Good
pleasure.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Chas.
Have a good one. Good night.
Good night, sir. Oh, what a
Yeah.
deal, man!
Yeah.
What a deal! Hey, thanks for that. Who? I don't know who set that up, but that was really cool.
I think that was Mark from Otter.
That'd be our publicist.
Yeah.
Dude, that was
Our
really
publicists are thank you. Shout out to Mark for that one. From
Yes.
Mark.
Yeah.
And shout out to Justin for that question. That was
Yeah, and he actually did have a couple, but I didn't want to interrupt the flow. So what else did we say here? We got to shout out what they pay for. The OR System, Security Enterprise of the World, Craig.
Is that Justin? Justin.
Yeah.
said
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Is that for Friday? Is that for Friday? Chas Sampson, CEO, now the holder of 1 trillion OR token.
Yes, sir.
I wonder if Justin sent it
maybe
to
we
him.
can drop some stuff. If
Yeah,
we can
drop
drop
something
some
to him.
stuff
Yeah,
here.
can't we?
We just got to get him a wallet. I don't know if
Armando,
he's gonna
I
be-
thought that was funny when you read that question. You're like, this is a question coming from a Justin Farrow, even? Like, you've never heard that name before.
Hey,
I was like, wait a minute.
I got to
Yeah.
play off it, man.
Oh, that's awesome.
How do you pronounce it? Is it Justin?
Because I will not say Lord, too. I will
Oh,
not
come
say
on.
Lord.
Come on. His name is Orlord because he's the Orlord.
Or Lord, that which is forged. That which is forged. Armando says all roads lead to OR. Of course they do. I wouldn't be here every week if it didn't. Duh. Come
Hey.
on, guys.
Who else gonna be? Who else gonna be on Crypto Lifer at 8 in the morning? This 8 Central.
You?
I'll be
this
there.
weekend.
I'm gonna be there.
You, Lucas, and Armando.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to
What are we
just
talking-
I just want to give a real good thank you to whoever decided that Crypto Lifer was going to stream at 8 in the morning. Like,
I mean, it's 9 o'clock for him. 9 o'clock for me.
I'll be getting home from work right about then. Maybe I'll jump
Hey,
on.
all I remember was it was in Vegas. It was in the morning when Jonah's like, Eric, you're talking really loud. Please be quiet.
Say, Eric, are you still talking?
I'm an early
oh
riser,
man, Armando, oh man, dude, he were being pretty loud, fella.
Eric's pretty loud.
Does he ever stop though? He's just always talking.
Hey, but you guys know I'm there. You guys know I'm there.
Yeah, we know you're
Oh,
live.
yeah.
There'd be times where I'm like, that phone's already down. I go to the bathroom, I do a couple of things. He's still talking about something. Like, oh shit, he's still there.
Thank you, Armando.
Are we all gonna go hang out in Discord or what?
I would love to. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it's
but,
8. We could wrap this.
It's nice. So I'm just making sure we are not missing any good chats here. No, I think we're good. Oh yeah, Gina, wherever you are, when Gina Bobina. Well, hopefully we hear you're busy, so hopefully you're still out there. Haven't seen you in a little bit. Jeez.
Hey,
yeah,
shout out to
shout out?
Ram. Shout out to Justin, man.
Yeah,
Thanks for sticking around, man. You guys are hardcore. I love it.
absolutely.
Yeah, man. Definitely appreciate it. Well, folks, we have an after party to get to, so thank you all. Thank you, Jonah. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Lucas. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Jimmy and Chas Sampson of 7principles.com. Really appreciate and humbled. Again, I was telling Eric and Jimmy how unaccomplished I feel when I hear about people like
He's a good dude.
Like Chas.
He's
a great dude.
Great
man.
dude, man.
Really appreciate
He's trying
that.
to do a good thing for people, and that's a good thing. I mean, that's
you don't get a lot of that. You don't hear about that a lot. But we're here every week, so you hear a lot about us. Again, thank you all for watching. To the billions watching now and the billions watching later when you binge watch all episodes. You got 25 hours of us. Or on episode 25. Whoa,
25,
hey, episode
wow.
25.
Wow.
Whoa, okay.
25
We're a
weeks
quarter
of
of
this?
the way to 100. Yeah, that's crazy.
It's pretty cool.
That's crazy, but really appreciate the time, guys. Hope to see you on the
Discord.
What's it called? The Discord after
Get in the
party.
Discord.
Yes.
The link's down below.
Lost my train of thought for a second. Links down below.
You got something to say?
subscribe,
Armando's
smash,
ready to
hit
fight.
Yeah, you want to say something?
Yeah.
Say it on the Discord. I might hide.
Say it to my face, bro.
All right, gents, I'm out.
Peace out, guys.
Let's get out of here.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be on Discord, dude. I gotta go.
Introducing the Cool Wallet Pro, an enhanced hardware wallet the size of your credit card. It packs the most sophisticated cold storage technology inside, giving you full control of your digital assets whenever, wherever you need it. Cool Wallet Pro connects offline to only your mobile device within a 10-meter distance and requires you to physically confirm every transaction on your Cool Wallet Pro after checking transaction details for optimal security. Cool Wallet Pro is designed for the professional crypto user who needs more than just superior security in a hardware wallet. You can plug in directly to the world of DeFi, DEXs, and other dApps, allowing you to earn easy passive income from staking and DeFi on the best crypto blockchains. Through our extensive marketplace, you can trade, sell, and buy directly from trusted third parties, all within the Cool Wallet app. While staying anonymous, retaining data privacy, and avoiding trust risks. With Cool Wallet Pro, the key to your future is in your hands.